Okay. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my video now, babe. Hello. Okay. I'm going to offer you a disclaimer. This video is going to erupt into chaos quite shortly. I have all 3 children in this room right now. One of them is arranging my books for me. That's going to turn into chaos. Another one is just got up from her nap and she did not drink enough yet. So that's going to turn into chaos. And I got a 3-year-old who wishes she was outside and she's also sick. So that's going to be chaos. But we're going to do this anyways because that's what we do. It's all good. Hello. Say hello in the comments to me. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm so happy to get to spend time with you. But as a disclaimer, things are going to be chaos here while I'm doing this video. But just bear with me. COVID time means that anytime anyone in this house gets a little sniffle, we can't have a nanny because we don't want to expose anybody or whatever. So that means that randomly I don't get to have a nanny. So when I plan to be doing something, things always change lately, but that's okay. Sheila, my dear, hello. Cheri, hello, my friend, SB25. I feel like I should know who you are because that name sounds so familiar. Hello for Florida. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see you. Let me know where you guys are watching from. We're doing a live Q&A here. So anything you want to know about, put that in the comment section and I will answer your questions. We can be social and hang out as well, but we're going to have some chaos going on because I got all the kids here. One of them is sick. That's okay. Those are her toys. So let her play with them, okay? Okay. You can have that one. We're going to put her in here. This is what it's going to be like, everybody. So, as I said, it's a live Q&A. You can ask me any question you want about Eat to Live lifestyle or, you know, how to do it, how to cook, how to prep, anything like that. But also if you want to go a little bit deeper about mindset related stuff, how do I do this when I just don't want to? How do I do it when I'm struggling? We had a lot of really good questions in the last live I did, which was just on Facebook just prior to this. So let me know if you have any questions. The subject matter at hand technically is that we've got a 21-day challenge open for registration right now. And if you know anything about what we do, we only leave those open for a few days. So you got to make sure you get in if you're interested. 21-day challenge, all new recipes, grocery lists, meal plans, everything. SB25 says, I've been watching your ETL videos for a few years now. Your encouragement and realness helps me stay focused. I'm so glad to hear that. I always like to say my evil plan is working then, right? That is my plan, is to just get everybody eating as healthfully as they want to. Notice I didn't say as healthfully as they can. Like, it's not like what you necessarily think. It's like whatever you want to do, you can. However healthy you want to eat, you can. You just might not think so right now, but you totally can. Hey, Cheri. From Pittsburgh, California, Cheri is in my Eat to Live family. I'm so glad to see you, Cheri. Thanks for catching me live. Eat to Live family is the monthly coaching program that I have about this. So we talk all about, it's a coaching membership. We talk all about how to stay on this lifestyle. Whereas my 21-day challenges are more what to eat, right? Like what to eat, when to make things, how to prepare it. The Eat to Live family is a monthly coaching membership to teach you how to do it when you just don't want to. Or like I had someone in my last Facebook Live that was talking about how they felt like grocery shopping was exhausting, right? Like, how do we do this stuff when we have those thoughts that are just not helpful for us? So Diana, she's another one of my Eat to Live family members. I'm so glad you made it on live, Diana. So glad to see you. And Zara, Zara, beautiful name. I've been following it, Eat to Live, for a few weeks now. I've been having humongous salads. I'm really enjoying them. You're doing it right. And you say, is weight supposed to be falling off? Because it's not. This is such a good question. Okay, so number one, I want you to, so Cheri said she's planning to join the challenge. I'm so glad. By the way, Cheri and Diana, for instance, since they are Eat to Live family members, they get them for free. So you don't ever have to pay for 21-day challenges. That's a benefit of being in the Eat to Live family. So they get to join for free. I'm so glad you're going to join. So back to your question, Zara. Is weight supposed to be falling off? Because it's not. So the first thing I want you to do is watch a video that I've created a while back, and I just rewatched it the other day, and there's actually nothing I would add to it. I still feel the same way about all the things I said in it, which is called 4 Reasons You're Not Losing Weight on the Eat to Live diet. Actually, let me find it right now. I can find it real quick, and I'm going to just put this in the comment section here for you. Can you hear my baby? You're going to hear more of that. I got all 3 kids in here right now, including 2 almost 10-month-old infant twins and my 3-year-old. So it's going to be chaos in just a minute. 4 reasons you're not losing weight with ETL. And then I'm going to put the link for this video in here to watch that one first. Okay. That is going to be, it's going to give you all the reasons why maybe you're having a tough time. In short, what it is usually people are eating too much of the higher calorie, lower nutrient foods and not enough of the low calorie, high nutrient foods, meaning like your caloric density, your nutrient density is a little bit off. So what you would want to do is eat more greens, eat more non-starchy vegetables, eat more, like you can eat those with abandon, like as much as you want, and you should be eating. You're talking about humongous salads, but then how much specifically are you eating of the more limited foods like nuts and seeds, beans, fruits, avocados, dried fruits, things like that? That can all make a huge difference. That is typically the difference between maintaining or gaining little by little or losing weight. It's just that ratio. So then it comes to you, like once you figure out, like, do you have any thoughts about that, Zara? Can you elaborate a little bit here if you think this might be helpful? And then watch that video too, because it will go into a lot more detail. But once you get that ratio worked out, then weight falls off like that, right? But the thing that you have to learn at that point is how to make the food taste good, right? Because you don't want to just be eating cabbage. Like, of course, you'll lose weight if you only eat cabbage, but it doesn't taste good and you can't sustain that, right? So that's why we do our 21-day challenges, which is all about us showing you the exact ratio to eat so that you will be satiated, have enough food, be full enough, and be getting all the G bombs and all that, and losing weight at the same time. So many people report that they can't believe how, I wouldn't like full they are or how much food they've eaten and the fact that they can still lose weight. Sorry. I'm trying not to put the kids on the camera as like ever, but I'm going to have to do that sometimes because it's just chaos, but I'm going to try not to today, but we might have to. So sorry if if they end up needing to be picked up at some moment, but okay, Zara, not eating higher calorie anything, eating tons of greens, no nuts and seeds, no dressing, no dried fruits, but adding beans. Okay, so how many beans are you eating? How many fruits are you eating? Are you eating any avocado? And first of all, why no nuts and seeds? Because that's technically a required part of the Eat to Live diet. Super important for us to be getting some fat. Specifically at least a tablespoon of ground flaxseed per day. And then also 1 ounce of other nuts and seeds like walnuts or hemp seeds or chia seeds, things like that. So that would be our minimum. And another thing we don't want to do is we don't want to not eat those foods because we're trying to lose weight. We still want to learn how to eat those foods because long-term weight maintenance, what we want to be doing is learning how to incorporate those foods. A lot of people come to this lifestyle and they're concerned because they've heard so much in the past and they've been like indoctrinated about these ideas that like the fat you eat is the fat you wear, like bananas are fattening, things like this. Or I've just heard a lot of people over the years say these things that they've learned in diet culture, which are just untrue. No avocado, avoiding fats, higher density foods, beans, maybe a cup a day. This is hard for me to diagnose, Sarah, over because I would really need to see an exact layout of what you're doing, how much you weigh now, where you're trying to go, and literally bite for bite how much you're eating. So One of the interesting things that happens, and I'm not saying this is happening to you, but often what will happen is someone will think that they're actually not eating this certain way, but they are eating something that's kind of throwing it off. And so I would need to see very specifically, bite for bite, what you're eating. Do you ever end up taking a little bite of this here or that there? I mean, how much exactly beans? Like, I would want you to be measuring for a little while to see exactly how many. Do you know what I mean? Because oftentimes, especially if we think we're having about a cup per day, something like that, you might be having a cup and a half, or you might be having 2 cups, or something of this or something of that. Are there starches? Are you eating starches, grains, anything like that? Because just even and this is the fun thing about, once you start understanding mindset and how the brain works, our brain, like, this is literally its job. Our brain's job is to keep us at homeostasis, meaning keep us exactly where we are. So if we're not losing weight, typically what happens, I see this in clients all the time, is that they're literally eating just a couple bites extra of something, right? Like, they might just be overeating a little bit on fruit or a little bit too much grains or whatever. Just a few bites can get you to the place where you're not losing weight. So I would really need to see that specifically what's happening with you. Um, and Debbie says, I've also found on this lifestyle that weight tends to come off in waves. Sure, yeah. But Dr. Furman does say, if you're doing it all right, and in my experience, this is true, as in the correct quantities for your specific body, et cetera, which is we can only be determined by you, really. How does your body lose weight? That kind of a thing. When you find the protocol that works for you, which is what we talk about, protocols, finding what that specific ratio is for you, Zara. Once you find that and you stick to it, and you can do it very consistently every single day for a while. And this is interesting too, because, like, let's say we have 2 days of quote unquote perfect protocol eating, and then we get frustrated because we're not losing the weight. And then we maybe have a couple extra bites that next day. Now we just threw off all of our potential weight loss from the couple days before. And if we're going like this all the time, we might never see results, because some days is just a little bit too much, right? So it can sound a little frustrating and touchy, but it actually isn't touchy once we understand what works for us personally. So I would encourage you, Zara, start with, okay. So when you say salad consists of beets, kale, celery, cucumber, okay, that's all fine. Sometimes I'll add chickpeas or black beans. So is that the only thing you eat during the day? What else do you eat? Do you have oatmeal? Do you have a few bites of this and that here and there? Do you feed your kids? Maybe have a few bites here and there. Are there any starches? Are there any kind of grains, things like that? Then what do you have for dinner? I would need to know specifically, exactly, bite for bite. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Like, I want to know, okay, I had 2 tablespoons of walnuts. I had 1 cup of celery. I had, exactly what happens there. It's really, really tough for me to sort of diagnose that without a very specific, like a 7-day written down journal of exactly what you're doing, right? So I encourage you, do that first of all for yourself. Anyone out there too who's watching this replay, thanks for watching the replay. But if you feel like you're having trouble losing weight, first of all, number 1, get super honest with yourself and do a very specific scientific journal. Just exactly every bite that goes in your mouth, what it's composed of, right? Every time you make a salad, exactly how much you put in there. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to have a list. Okay, so for breakfast, it was this. I had this much, this much, this much. Then I had this much in my salad, whatever. Then I had this much for dinner. You're going to do that for 7 days. Let's say after that 7 days, now you're going to want to look at ratios of things. So you're going to be, all right, I had this many beans. So that means I'm going to cut down a bit on beans and I'm going to increase the amount of greens I had. Just by doing that alone will ensure that you lose weight, because you'll be lowering your calorie level. And I also promise you that when you do that, when you start writing down your food, you don't have to do this forever, but when you start writing down your food, you're going to see things. Okay. You're going to see things that you didn't see before in what you've been eating when you get super honest in that way. So I would love to be able to look at that for you, or you could maybe post that in the High Nutrient Lifestyle group. We have a free Facebook group. If you post that there and ask for feedback, I won't specifically be able to give you feedback, but you'll be able to have lots of other people can look at that and they'll be able to tell as well what's happening. do that, get very specific 7 days. I would even do like a Google document or something like that where you write down every single bite and have someone look at it and to tell you right away what's going on. This is something that I do with my private coaching clients where we go specifically, what are you eating right now? How could we change that? How could we tweak it just a little bit so it works for your specific body? Because I can tell you've got some frustration there thinking that it's perfect, but there is like, I know you could lose weight if you didn't eat, right? Like we know 100% that all of us could lose weight if we just stopped eating. And I'm not recommending we do that. I'm just saying that scientifically, calorically, right? Like intake wise, there is an amount of food that we can eat and a combination of foods that we can eat that will allow us to lose weight and still stay satiated. We just have to figure out what that is for you specifically. Mm-hmm. Hey, Stacy. So glad to see you. Yes, dear.
Can I draw something?
Not right now. Okay, so any more questions, you guys? Let me know if you have any more questions. I have a toddler on my lap. I have a 9-month-old grabbing onto my ankle. I have another one sitting over there watching as well. This is a very active live video for me today. And then normally I try to keep them off the camera, but man, it's just not happening today. Hey, Patrice. Oh, Patrice is in the Eat to Live family too. I'm so happy to see you, my love. You know, and the fun thing is we've got well over 100, maybe 200 total people in the family right now. And I know all of your names of the ones who participate regularly and offer support and guidance and help. It's such a wonderful place to be. Be careful, hon. Such a wonderful place to be with the support. And so I want to just explain a little bit of the difference between what we do. We have programs for the food aspect, like I'm talking about right now. We also have programs for the mindset aspect, because the way that I see this healthy eating, consistency, long-term journey is split into two things. First of all, learning how to do the food, which is what we teach you in the 21-day challenges, and also learning how to do the mindsets. And when you put those two together, that's when you learn how to eat to live consistently. Okay. I'm so happy you're here, Patrice. So what I would love for you to do, if you're just starting out, you haven't really gotten much, like you don't know much about this lifestyle yet or what we do, join one of our 21-day challenges. What it is recipes, all new recipes every time, grocery lists, meal plans, right? So it's 21 days of all that, but it's also prep instructions. So we're going to give you a calendar. We're going to tell you every single day exactly what to make and when. So like one of the days is going to be like, okay, peel your bananas, freeze them, make your mushrooms. Next day is going to be like, all right, make the lentils for this dish and then make this salad dressing. And the next day is going to be like, make this soup, freeze this many portions and whatever. So we tell you every single little thing that you have to be doing every day. Try to break it down in this way so that you're only prepping, or cooking really for about 15 or 20 minutes per day. Some days you don't have to do any cooking at all. You just have to prep a little of your salads. Hi, MHD. So happy to see you. And she's getting into close to the cords now down there. And so that's how we break it down very specifically each day so that it's not overwhelming. And I always have people towards the end of it that inevitably will say, oh, Cheri, what do I do after this? Because you thought of everything for me for 21 days. Now, how do I do this for life? And I always say my answer to that, and the reason I created the things I did, was because I want you to learn how to do this consistently without me, right? Debbie says the 21-day challenges are amazing. I'm so glad to hear that, Debbie. Yeah, Debbie's done tons of them. Yes, dear. What?
Let's go play.
Okay, we're going to play in just a little bit here. Let me just finish and then we'll go play. Okay, it's such a beautiful day. We got to get outside. But where was I? I think I lost my train of thought. But so after so that's why I create what I create. The mindset part here is the Eat to Live Academy, which I created back in the beginning of 2020, which is an 8-week digital coaching course that teaches you the mindset. And that, Patrice says the mindset part of the family is so important. It makes the food part easy or easier. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So that was my point, actually, Patrice. Thanks for saying it the way you did, because that reminded me. People will learn how to do the food stuff, and we'll show you how to do like the sort of rhythm of cooking and prepping and things like that. So people will learn that in the 21-day challenges. No, that's what the 21-day challenges. But I'm talking right now, okay?
But Daddy has to hammer it.
Yeah, Daddy has to hammer that. So you'll do all of the rhythm and understanding how to prep and things like that. But I don't want you to just like rely on a 21-day challenge to learn how to do the food. I want you to I don't ever want there to be overwhelm anymore. I don't want there to be that thing where you come home from a hard day at work and you're like, oh, I just can't possibly eat to live right now. I couldn't make a nutritarian meal or whatever.
Notes.
Okay, but I need to do this video. So let me do the video, okay?
Come on, open with that.
Okay, I don't want you to get to a place when you're probably already there, and that's maybe why you've fallen. I don't want there to be this thought in your head that you can't do this consistently, right? Like you're maybe a binge eater like I used to be, or things like that, and you just feel like maybe it's hopeless to keep this up. That's exactly why I created the Eat to Live family, because the idea here is that our thoughts are creating all of that for us. The binge eating, the identity issues around binge eating or overeating or whatever our issues are, right? Like whatever we think our issue is when it comes to food, your thoughts are creating that. So that's what I teach in my private coaching. That's what I teach in the Eat to Live family. It's what I teach in the Eat to Live Academy. So the Academy is that 8-week digital coaching course that I created because I realized with my private clients, I was always saying the same stuff in the beginning. I was always teaching these same, I know, I see her. I was always teaching these same lessons. And so I just decided to turn it into an 8-week coaching, like video coaching course where you get through 8 weeks of it and you know my entire private coaching set of tools off the bat. And then when you also join the Eat to Live family, the family is like, sure, it could be families, but what I mean by family is it's a bunch of us doing the same thing, right? Like we're supporting each other, we're helping each other, we're all learning to eat to live and get over our mindset struggles and our everything other kind of struggles as well. In the Eat to Live family, that's what it's for. So you do the academy, you learn all those principles, and then you put them to work in the Eat to Live family. You work through that. And once you've kind of done the challenges and you've joined the family and you've done the academy, like you know exactly what you have to do to be done with this forever. Diana says she agrees with Debbie and Patrice, both and Diana is she was an academy member from way back, and she's also in the Eat to Live family now. She just made me the most beautiful testimonial ever. And yes, dear. Okay, sure. Let me just finish real quick, okay? Okay, but how about you play for a minute, okay? All right. Okay, no, you can sit on my lap, but you have to come over here. You gotta let me talk, okay? Sorry, guys. Just a few more minutes here. So that's kind of how I break that up. We've got the challenges, which I would love for you to start with the challenges because you'll learn the rhythm of eating this way. You'll learn how to make it like easy in a way that it's now a rhythm. I love that word rhythm of like, this is when you prep this. This is when you do that. We have a technique that I use called rolling prep. As I was saying with those prep instruction, we break down the prep for every single thing you're doing. And we just do like 15 minutes a day. So a couple days a week, 2-3 days a week, you're going to have 15, 20 minutes of cooking. And then the other days, you don't have any other cooking to do, right? We break that down for you. So you're just rolling and you never have to do I don't like those programs either that make you prep like 6 hours on a Sunday. Like I'm not going to use my whole Sunday for prep when I could be outside or enjoying the kids or whatever. And so what I teach you is how to do that. And then this is the idea is like when you're ending that 21-day challenge and you start to stress about how you do this yourself consistently, that's what the family is for. That's what the academy is for. And by the way, you get Albert? Is that Albert, Sheila's son? Albert, who was this little baby when I first met him. Hi, Albert. Good to see you, buddy. So you go into, stop it, honey, stop. 21-day challenge, and then Eat to Live family. In the Eat to Live family, you get access to the full entire Eat to Live Academy, and you can go right through that. I also have a very specific quick start program that's all about how to just get started right away with the mindset. Debbie says you are rocking this boss mom life. I don't know about that, but I'm doing what I can, right? Luckily, they're not going crazy right now, but Arnold, sorry. Yeah, close. I was thinking my last name, right, Sheila? Arnold, I'm so glad to see you, buddy. Wow, he's old enough to be on YouTube. What the heck? What happened? How can he type? He's supposed to be like a year old. He's a big fan. Oh, that's so sweet, Arnold. Hi, buddy. This is my daughter, Isabella. Okay. She doesn't want to be talked about. So 21-day challenge. I mean, you guys don't really have many questions. This is different for YouTube. You guys usually have a bunch of questions. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'll be here for another couple minutes. But what we're talking about specifically here is the 21-day challenges that are open for registration right now. If you want to sign up, they'll only be open for 12 years old. What the heck? So it must have been like 10 or 11 years since. You can write on that if you want. Since I first saw him, Sheila. So open for registration now. We only leave these registrations open for a little while because we're going to shut down registration, and then the challenge itself, the 21-day challenge, starts on Monday. So today's Tuesday. It starts on Monday. So we'll leave registration open for a little bit. That'll give you a few days over the weekend to do your grocery shopping and to do the initial prep things that we already have instruction for you. Don't worry. But it'll give you time to prep some things ahead of time so that going to move this trash can over here. It'll give you some time to prep some things ahead of time. So you'll be all ready to go for next week. There's also access to the high nutrient lifestyle. So there's tons of people in there. There's like hundreds of people that do these challenges every time. So you get tons of support in there. We also have a special private Facebook group that's only for challengers that I actually coach in as well. So if you want to get extra coaching help, I'm in there to specifically coach you guys. And on top of just all that regular stuff, you also get all these bonuses. You get like an actual document that's all about the mindset itself. So I'm going to introduce you to these mindset techniques. You also get a kitchen products guide. You get a food storage guide and a couple other bonuses, a whole FAQ bonus as well, and just a bunch of stuff. So it's crazy how much you get for the registration fee, but also the camaraderie of other people doing it with you and everyone doing it at the same time can't be beat. It's amazing. And that's kind of what we experience as well in the Eat to Live family too. Lori! Hi, Lori, one of my beautiful, wonderful former private clients. I'm so happy to see you, dear. And I just want to take a moment to shout out Lori because she is the one who made these 21-day challenges happen. I got to say, I don't know if you remember this, Lori, but back in the day, it must have been mid 2018. You made a comment on my YouTube channel and you said, you should offer challenges for the whole audience to do together. And hold on one sec, honey. And she said, you should offer challenges for everybody to do. And I was so scared to do them. And it took me 6 months to finally be brave enough to do it. But I finally did. And it's all Lori's fault. So if you guys have ever joined a 21-day challenge and you've loved it, you want to come up here? Why don't we just have everybody come up? So if you've ever loved it, it's all Lori's fault. And thank you, Lori, for encouraging me because it has turned into so much since then. The Eat to Live Academy, the Eat to Live family. And I feel like we're just getting started with the changes that we're making and the amazingness. Like someone on the Facebook Live, let me just read what she said in this last video. In my Facebook Live just before this, she says, it was Sandy. She says, bless you. For me, the challenges taught me to love salads. Before finding the watering mouth, salads were boring, but now I look forward to them. And if that isn't an amazing result to actually go from not liking salads to liking them, I think that's maybe the biggest thing that you could hope to get from something like this is to learn to love these foods. And we do these recipes in a way so that, as I said, you'll be satiated, you'll have enough food, but also look at all these kids. Sorry, babe. She's going to grab your hair. You guys finally get to see the babies. I'm trying not to put them on camera, but I don't have a choice today because COVID and this one is sick and nannies won't come over and all that. So yeah, you can. Well, I don't want to give that to her because I don't want her to chew on it. Okay. She's using all my Post-it notes right now.
I'm not.
So,
I'm just checking something.
Oh, you're just checking them? Okay. So briefly, the URL.
There's a white one.
Okay. Yeah, that's the bottom one, huh? The URL for the registration for the 21-day challenge is available right now. You can go and sign up. And it's only going to be open for a few more days. I have put that in, bless you, the description of this video. And actually, I don't know if I put it in the comment section here. Let me do that real quick. Actually, I don't think I can type. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can cut and paste this.
Now can I?
Now, this is amazing.
can I
2
hit
kids on my
these
lap
ones?
posting a link in the comment section. Boom. There you go. If you want to go register, there's a link right there. I'm going to try to pin that to the top. I don't know how to do that, but no, it's not. Oh, here it is. Hold on a sec. We pin message. Okay. So now I've pinned it to the top. So if you want to register, you can go register now for the 21-day challenge. As I said, registration's only open a little bit. And you make sure you register right away so you can have time to grocery shop and prep all your recipes beforehand. It starts on Monday, okay? And it's only open for 21 days. Now, if you're interested in the Eat to Live family as well, because I've been talking that up a little bit too, or the Eat to Live Academy, which is included in the Eat to Live family, that is going to be open for registration right when the 21-day challenge is done. So, meaning you join the challenge right now. That's going to be open for a few more days. Challenge goes from April 5th to April 26th, I think that is. And then that means that the family is open for registration immediately after that. So I believe that's the 27th or something like that is when you can finally get into the Eat to Live family if you're interested. Did I do the math right? I don't know, but the challenge goes for 21 days and then the family opens right after that. This is Grace and this is Isabella. Somebody. Oh, that's right. Somebody hit my button on here that pages my phone. My alarm is always going off at random times because the kids always hit my watch. And then I'm always like, what do I have to do right now? I'm like, oh, it was just a baby hitting the alarm. Okay. Well, interestingly, there's not a lot of comments. Usually you guys have a lot more questions and things like that, but maybe you guys were just watching the circus. That is my life, and that's fine too. But I hope to see you in the, let's not take all of them off, okay? Because mommy actually has to use those for work, okay?
Okay, you can use these.
Okay, thanks.
I'll take this
Yeah, I think that's quite enough for you. Those 25 that you have peeled off my, okay, things are going crazy. I know we are descending into chaos right now. So I got to go. I'm kind of glad you guys didn't have a lot of questions because I couldn't possibly have answered a lot of them today.
Mommy,
But I do.
I want to go play.
Okay, we're going to go play right now. Let's have you get down and we'll go right now, okay? I do hope to see you guys. Oh my goodness. I do hope to see you guys in the 21-day challenge. It's the best way to learn how to eat to live quickly and learn those rhythms right away and just get into it. Alexi's laughing. Rachel says, accidentally found you a few months ago, enjoying your videos. Good luck with the kiddos. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got 9-month-old twins and that toddler. So it's an interesting time in life, we'll say. But I'm so glad to see you all. Thank you for spending some time with me today. And I hope to see you in the 21-day challenge. This May, and I'm just going to say, because I love YouTube so much, you guys are my best. Don't tell Facebook this, but you're my best social network. And I love you guys on here so much that I want to tell you in advance that I think we might be doing the challenges a little bit differently next time. So this might be the last time you can get in on something exactly the way we do them now. Keep an eye out, and also keep an eye out for the Eat to Live family to be opening up as soon as the registration for the challenge, or as soon as the challenge itself is done. Okay. Thank you so much for, Rachel says swap from starch solution vegetarian, life-changing. Ooh, good to know. Yeah, we get a lot of people that come over from Starch Solution. So and we are obviously big proponents of Eat to Live versus Starch Solution. So it's a good gateway to Eat to Live, we'll say. Okay, but let her use it for a sec. Okay, let's go outside and play. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you in the challenge. Have a good day. See you guys soon. Bye.